very gay. Might as well determine eventually who can have a shot trying to get to the last land of the year here for these ladies. So let's see what they can pull up here. Right now, it is the sandbox starting here on the CT side. Obviously, the more favorable one. Curious to see what they're going to be doing. Oh my lord, at the same time, Echo already with a very fast push here towards the A side, just swarming everyone. And the CTs are just not too sure what to do anymore.
Gave up a lot of that map control quite early on, and unfortunately, Echo doing a really good job of just taking advantage of it. I was going to say it's still 3v3. No, it's not.
Well, they have certainly made up their mind. This sandbox used that smoke very effectively to at least clear out one angle, but at the same time, now Echo's going to play with the door. Oh my god. Well, luckily, 2 clean headshots by Vanessa come through. But it got scary there for just a second.
That was awesome. I mean, the attempt at the 2-person swing in through that door, but unfortunately, both of them go down. And a nice little defuse behind that reactor as well. So there was no vision. It wasn't really planted for any of them. Made it very difficult to try and make something happen there. But thankfully, Echo do get a bomb down. So a little bit of cash to work with. I just want to say, like, we've just come off of watching Nuke in the South American region. And it was a one-sided affair from B4. So I'll be curious to see if one of these teams can kind of channel that energy.
Echo looking to set foot outside, and obviously that is one of the main rounds you want to get control of here on this Nuke map. And already they are using those smokes. I mean, sometimes it can be a bit of a fake. You can use it to play with the mind of your opponent, but this time around it's not going to be a fake. And at the same time, already Kimmy taken out of the equation, and that's probably going to pace things up here for Echo to try to set foot on the site now, just using their utility wisely to at least make sure that no one will creep in very fast. And now, oh well, the CTs though, they are also getting very close, so Echo certainly is aware.
And again, Bocks have given up a lot of space here. They have to come in for a retake. They do have a couple of good angles, though. They are kind of maneuvering in from different directions. That might give them a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, that's a great, important frag. Now there's actually a shot for Echo to try and steal this round away. Oh my goodness, Vanessa burns in the Molotov, and that's not a way you want to go out with. Now Smiley needs to hang on in a 1 versus 1.
No kit. No, she picked one up. She picked one up.
Oh, but the time, it's going to be of the essence, and I'm not too sure. She has no pieces of utility left to deal with the player right there around the door. Just a single tap is all it needs. Well, okay, she does go down at the top for a second. But that was just play to perfection by Echo.
Oh, that was actually really rough to watch as well, because so here we see, like, she doesn't have a kit. She manages to pick one up, but in the time it takes her to go and fetch one, Aishazat is able to move out into a different position entirely. And in that case, she's moved into a position where the bomb is actually planted for her. So even though she still has to open the door, it's whatever, because you're catching the person in the middle of a defuse. And she knows that they can't afford to fake it. There's no time. So really, really well played here from Echo to just burn out as much of that time as possible. And that puts Bocks, after an understandable force, back down onto pistols.
Again, Echo once more with outside control, and of course, being with just the pistols, it causes the Bocks here to just scoop around a little bit, see if you can grab some information on the map. But at the moment, the weapons certainly seem to be winning it over the pistols. It seems to be, well, I would say for a second, fairly clean. Well, there we go. At least now with a kill onto Smiley as well. It just leaves Bullshot here with the Deagle. Well, now I'm at 10 in hand. Question is, can she deal a little bit more damage? Well, it will just have to be a couple of tags. But nonetheless, 2 players taken out, and they keep it still quite costly.
That's the thing, right? So to their credit, they take away quite a few of those guns, and that makes things difficult for Echo here into this round. They are kind of going to bonus a little bit because obviously everything was up on its head with Echo having won that second round. So some of that weaponry is left over from the previous round, but it's still not ideal. It's still not the best position to be in, but they also know that Bocks are going to be on a full eco now, so they should have the upper hand.
And now, of course, again with just the pistols in hand for Bocks. This time a bit more of a passive approach, not really anyone pushing into crazy angles.
That's interesting because very often these eco rounds are like pistol rushes. And whereas this time, you know, they're trying to take a different approach, as you said, try and wait for those players to walk into their line of sight so that they can try and get a couple of early frags. But this is really smart from Echo. They're waiting it out. They're waiting to see, is there going to be a rush? How much space can we take? They're maintaining respect. And I like to see that.
Bocks is all set up for A though. With the majority of the players, they could easily try and get a good hold. Now, right outside, they walk into Secret once more, and they have a feeling of what might be going down. But it also, again, they creep out. Might just all be a fake, but it gets spotted for a second, and Bouchard actually gets a kill onto Cyrus.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bocks, being down on those pistols puts them in a rough position. They are able to trade back a little bit, though, but they lose the one Galil they were able to pick up. And now poor Vanessa, oh, she's going to get hunted. Oh, no way. They just back off. They let her get another gun.
Oh, that's almost a kill as well. Well, the Molotov certainly will make it difficult there for her to still try and commit. But that's Vanessa with now an AK in hand. Again, a little bit of damage dealt, keeping the economy quite low on the Echo side. And considering, of course, that they are on T side, you want to make sure that they have as little rounds as possible.
Well. Oh, they're actually going to go hunting her again. They hunted her before, they pulled back. And then they realized, wait a second, she's probably picked up a rifle. We can't let that happen.
She has a better rifle than Echo.
That's the best part. Oh, if Vanessa can get another kill here, how amazing would that be? But I don't think she's got an opportunity.
Yeah, no.
Ah.
Echo, no. Because they can't die after time. They can't really afford that loss at the moment. Yep.
Oh, Senna, glass cannon. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully we see some good frags out of that. And it kind of needs to happen. You know, they've tried to keep Echo's economy as broken as possible. And fair enough, it's not as good or clean as it could possibly be. But, you know, if Echo just continue with this streak, Bocks are going to be in a whole heap of trouble. So bring out that AWP, set it up on a nice little sight line for yourself there towards outside. And, I mean, that's where Echo have been going for most of these rounds. So, ooh, unlucky Vanessa.
Yeah, and Echo are certainly looking to hold on to things here for this round. It's a nice opening. And you can see that the defense is looking to shift a little bit, with, of course, the one player now down. So a bit of repositioning is happening, a bit early focus as soon as the smokes dropped again towards outside, towards the B. It was the ramp player moving into sight. And Bocks are definitely responding. Oh, at the same time, though, Bouchard certainly has info. They're not creeping into A main. Most likely they're in secret. And already the CTs are there on the site to try and get a good hold. Oh, Bouchard with the opening. That is crucial.
Oh, look at ramp. Oh, they're walking right towards Senna. This could be so... Oh, no! Ah, there you go. She doesn't give up the position. She gets the first and the second. That's what we were waiting for.
Right on the back of that, they can just continue, and the hold seems to be amazing. There was already so much information there just by having Bouchard outside, making sure to, first of all, hear the footsteps, and if they're quiet, you know, do they cross or not? How much space do they have outside? Are they even outside? Well, all right, well, I think I can grab another kill, but nonetheless, it will be Bocks here taking around home. After, of course, it was just a pistol initially. And it makes things a little bit more rough on the other side.
I was a little maybe not concerned, but I was curious watching Senna's movement, right? So she starts out towards outside, then she moves over up onto that sniper's nest ramp area. And then as Echo start pushing from outside, instead of maintaining her position, she pivots over towards ramp. And I was like, I don't know, they've already gotten a kill. You've given over that space now. You've moved over to another direction entirely. But it works out perfectly because Echo then pivot themselves towards ramp. And those 2 kills she gets are instrumental.
Ooh, and I thought for a second, well, no, never mind. Echo is going to go for this very fast-paced push, and it's a 2-for-2 trade nonetheless. It is Cyrus with just still a Mech 10 in hand and not a lot of utility. Oh my lord, Senna. That is so disgusting. And, well, you were looking forward to what she was doing with that orb, and she is doing phenomenal so far. Oh,
it's okay, guys. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw it.
No, but that's like 2 missed Molotovs, right?
I know. Oh, man, it missed the exact same way as well. They both just bounced off.
Wait, perhaps there's a chance. Polygag. Polygag just wins that 1v3. I mean, sometimes it just takes an A game and some good aim to turn something that looks super dire to turn it into something winnable.
Yeah, I mean, really well done. That clutch, well, it came in clutch. What can you say? I think another important thing to note is obviously Bocks kind of peek her 1-for-1, which, you know, it's not the best idea. You don't want to really allow that much space given over. So, yeah, she wins out those trades, gets Echo another round on the board. Well played there, and that's what Bocks back on a pistol. Just when they were gaining some ground, Velas, they get shut down again.
Oh, if it is Kimmy, they're trying to do as much as they can in this round. That's Polygag. Also just on the 2 HP. I think that was Kimmy again with just the upgraded pistol there. Already so much damage dealt, and instantly Echo is taking a little bit more of a passive approach. Oh, what? Kimmy!
E-code.
I am just lost for words. She managed to pick up that AK because they were not very pushy into Squeaky and there was a smoke. And then, boom, she got 2 kills on top of the one she already had. Ace, question mark?
We get some E-code in chat. Yeah. I mean, Echo, they still have a chance, but it's going to have to be perfect. And that's not easy to accomplish. They've got about 40 seconds left, a little bit less, to make a decision. And you can see that they're very paranoid at this point. They know that Bocks will have picked up at least, there you go, 3 weapons. And they know now they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So this decision, whatever it is, it has to be a good decision. It has to be a decisive decision.
Vanessa was looking that way for a second, but now has moved off the angle. But then again, 10 seconds. There should be perhaps enough. Oh no, it doesn't stop the CT. And with that, Smiley grabs actually the opportunity to get another kill. It's all here. One single player for Echo to fight it out. Still with a Galil in the hand, but you can see the amount of forces that Bocks then had at the end. There were so many advantages already gained. And now they have stolen it away and they can just pretty much continue where they left off.
I was convinced she spotted Vanessa. And she just turns away. Oh, no. No, this is not a moment of brilliance, please. Oh, that was so unfortunate. I mean, look, it was a really good communication for Vanessa to then point that back. The rest of her team pulls in through main. They get the shot up onto the rafters. So really good communication there from Bocks. But, oh, Echo, that was an unfortunate round for you. We'll see if they can start to turn things back in their favor, as now they themselves are back onto an eco. And the problem with how close this is, if you look at the economy, because, I mean, sure, great, everybody's getting rounds on the board, woohoo! But the problem is, you're constantly screwing with the enemy team's economy. So that just one round win will basically put you at a massive disadvantage. I mean, look at Bocks economy. If they lose this round, maybe 2 players are able to buy in full, and for the rest, it's going to be like some weird force. If Echo lose here, they've got a little bit of cash to go with. They'll have a 2-round loss bonus, but it's still not great by any measure.
Yeah, and Echo just has to do it with some pistols. I mean, we saw last round that the pistol certainly could bring some fours up to the table, but nonetheless, it's probably a little bit harder on T side, especially here on Nuke. Now, good ideas, try to use a flashbang, and actually there is a kill now going the way of Echo, but right now they all go down. And with that, well, oh, hello, Cyrus has managed to actually sneak into the B-bomb site, but not before she eventually will be killed. And that's nice, because Bocks have won that round now actually very cleanly, and that's exactly what they needed now to really get that CT side going.
Yeah, 100%. Now they could actually get some of that cash in their hands, which they so desperately need. And as you said, it was relatively clean. They only lost one player, so they don't have to reinvest too heavily into this round. Not looking to invest into an AWP here, despite the fact that Senna had some great results with that earlier. I think, again, they're looking long-term. They want to make sure that even if by some reason they lose out on this round, they'll still be able to buy into the next. And I think that that's the smart decision to make here.
I mean, they know that in order to have the upper hand eventually here after the first half, you're going to need that economy after that rough start. Now, again, a very fast-paced approach by Echo, but it is all shut down. The flashbangs did absolutely nothing. And again, just a single player lost.
It's been some really good holds here from Bocks. I'm waiting to see if Echo read into it, because they like to hold very close angles. They're not holding a little bit further back where things like flashes are going to get that little bit more value. I mean, if you're playing anti super close to either that lobby entrance or the main doors, you're unlikely to get as screwed over by things like flashes. So now Echo need to clock that. They need to realize, okay, that's where we need to force them off of position. We're going to need to maybe throw some close mollies, for example, to force them into a rotation. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen in this round, as this round is back down to pistols and a shotgun.
I can't remember the last time I've seen it, sort of. I mean, honestly, I hope it can pull off an amazing highlight reel here, but I reckon on T side, you need to be the one entering, so close range typically tends not really to be in their favor, and already things are being made very difficult. The smoke, they're still going to try and commit nonetheless, but again, all the information has been given away. Senna and Kimmy, they all chime in, oh, but the sort of, they get a kill.
There you go.
And Polygag now has an AK in hand.
Do you think that conversation went, trust me, trust me, trust me, I got this, trust me, trust me, I got this. Amazing. We talk about keeping it expensive, and I mean, it's so unlikely Polygag wins this round. It would take a miracle, but I'm here for it.
I hope. I mean, there is time to work with. There's even a smoke still in their hands. Of course, the major problem here is that the bomb is right on the middle of the site, guarded by Kimmy and Vanessa. So it still would take a big effort, because of course, they're all set, the door is closed, and slowly the timer is going down.
And this window is, it's watched. There it is, Polygag goes down. You know what? I respect it. I mean, well played. That's sort of, the fact that it gets value, huge. Then she manages to pick up an AK and get 2 more kills. I mean, that is absurd, given what they had going into that round. And yeah, keeping it as expensive as possible. Unfortunately, Bocks with a 3-round momentum. They're fine economically. Senna's going to buy into that AWP here, looking just fine. But at least Echo, a little bit of extra cash there. Unfortunately, no bomb plant, but, you know, last streak bonus. It works in their favor a little bit here. There is the one Galil, but I'm sure they can make it sing.
Oh, wait a second. They're super up close here again. And I like this, because Echo have been very aggressive with trying to get out of hard. Oh, Senna! Senna just goes in for the wall, but it actually lands the shot. They know how up close they like to play from lobby. And, well, this is a great response by them.
Yeah, love to see the adaptations coming through. It's a super important part. And Bocks, who played up close in lobby, now given so much space over to Echo to rotate down through ramp. And it's going to take them a little bit longer to get to the site here. So this could be the perfect opportunity for Echo.
Oh, bomb now down, and Senna, but literally with balls of steel, just peeks that, gets a headshot. I mean, okay, she did get traded, but that was very, very full of confidence. We like to see it. Now, of course, the pressure definitely is on here for Bocks because this B-bomb site can be a tricky one to try and retake. And now two of them coming in through the double door, and the smoke actually, it's not going to help things. The Molotov onto double door neither. And slowly, the bomb is taken away.
Oh, what a shot. This is still doable, though. Gammy goes down. Last one left alive. Oh, no. Echo, you had everything going for you there. You were shutting it down. The molly to completely deter the push through the smoke as well, because who's going to just push blindly through a smoke? And Bocks, they just wait it out. They're running out of util at this point. No shot they're going to be able to stop us once these, run out and we've got a kit. So we just wait a couple of seconds, and they completely overrun the site. And Echo, maybe it was a bit of a... I don't want to say it was an information stop, because I feel like they knew where Bocks was coming from, but they just kind of fell apart, looking the wrong angle, not communicating well, and Bocks all swinging at the exact same time and winning their 1v1. Well played.
Well, back to... not the best try for Echo. Hello, Smiley.
What the hell was that?
I am not sure how she did that. But it is beautiful stuff. And I mean, she is still here, alive on
Check
ramp.
her PC.
And there is players to be coming out of ramp real soon. Perhaps they could change their mind, but it doesn't really look to be the case. And again, she grabs another, and even more. They're all walking into her one by one. And with that, just 2 players left for Echo. Well, Cyrus picks up the bomb, but it's one hell of a fight here to be able to pull off. And with that, again, the Bocks are doing it nice and clean, but it was, oh my god, Smiley just pulling one hell of a fight there.
I will say, so we talk about the intel moments of brilliance, and I feel like there have been a few of those so far. I mean, that first flick from Smiley, which was nasty, let's take a second, and then for her to get the 2 follow-up kills from the lower ground at the bottom of that ramp. Exceptional. I mean, I'm starting to wonder, you made your prediction for Please Send Bocks. Maybe you were right. I hate to admit when I'm wrong, but yeah, it might just be this time.
Yeah, this
Senna,
is
no.
no.
No!
No!
Oh,
Please. Oh my god.
top tier casting. Top tier.
I mean, this is just me losing my mind. But hey, if you
unhinged.
I mean, if you just land shots like that, I can't just sit still and pretend nothing's happening. This is beautiful.
Okay, the 3rd shot was illegal. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
They should have got her at that point. Oh,
click.
And then the stolen ace as well.
I literally have goosebumps. That was so beautiful to watch. And I mean, this is the thing. Echo had the right idea. Go in blazing with the pistols against the AWP. That's probably the one where you will actually win against it. Maybe not if Senna's on it. And already here, it's Echo back on a buy round and 2-for-1 trades. It's Bocks that is just already 2 players up. And they're looking to at least end the half with a minimum of double digits.
I mean, at this point, I just feel like Echo have no control of the space. And it's a massive issue overall. All right, Folligag, we've seen you do some phenomenal stuff. 1v3, though. Never ends well, unfortunately. Oh! Goodbye, Senna. You may not play this game.
I feel like Gek has been able to pull off these insane plays. It's super crisp on the aim here today. But we have ourselves a very similar situation of the bomb being dropped. And CT's on the lookout. Ooh, well, the head has been spotted. And fully Gek knows. So the Molotov. Oh, it's a little bit of a game of hide and seek here. Peekaboo right up on the stairs. But the Molotov now will delay things even further, and I don't think Kimmy is down to 1 HP. Bocks need to be definitely not overextending here.
Look at her. She's just like, oh man, what do I do here? Oh no. And all she has to do is tackle Kimmy and it's done. But she doesn't have time. Surely she has to save at this point. Yeah, there you go. She's heading back up secret. She realizes not the best idea. I almost want to see. So the lobby pushes haven't worked because Bocks hold a very aggressive position there. The outside pushes, I feel, haven't been leaned into enough. I think that there is still a lot of potential there if you can use your utility well. And I feel like ramp definitely hasn't been abused. I mean, if you can throw out a good molly or a good flash, get the AWP off of her position, and then push through, you've got a pretty decent opportunity because Bocks don't really reinforce that area. So I'm hoping to see some adaptation here from Echo and not just another lot. Well, okay, fair enough. It's a half buy. Hey, ooh! Bye-bye, Senna!
Senna went in full blazing with the AWP. I think she wanted another highlight reel.
One is enough, okay?
Yeah, perhaps, but yeah, again, it is pretty clean. Perhaps they threw it away a little bit with the AWP for a second, but it's 11-4, and Little Bocks is looking strong. Now, of course, we have to find out, can they win it? We will find out after a short little break.
Stuck in the past, oh yeah, until I had no choice. I had to find my voice. I was a tea without a boat to the shore. No one around me who could throw me an oar, oh yeah, until I learned to fly and made it to the sky. You got to open up. Hold your head up, you've got to open up. Hold your head up, you've got to open up. Hold your head up, you've got to open up. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Shadows never did nothing good, nothing good. I was a tea without a boat to the shore. No one around me who could throw me an oar, oh yeah, until I learned to fly and made it to the sky. You got to open up, hold your head up. You got to open up, hold your head up. You got to open up, hold your head up. You got to open up. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Shadows never did nothing good, nothing good. Open up and be free. Only then can you be. You got to open up. Hold your head up. You got to open up. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they won't do. Open up and be free of the shackles pulling you. Only then can you be everything they.
So at the moment, Leafs and Bocks is having one hell of a start here on Nuke. Now, of course, they will be switching to T side, so yeah, that is a bit less favorable side, but I think they have got what it takes here to pull through and steal away the map of Echo.
Yeah, Echo gonna need to see some big changes here. That T side looked a little uncoordinated. They had that one strat, and unfortunately, getting shut down. Now we have to see what can they get done here on the CT side.
Oh, flashes. They start to rain right over. And it's already good for at least a bit of site control. Nonetheless, though, the first kill does go the way of Echo. Now the bomb will be planted. So let's see where Bocks is going to be repositioning into. A lot into lobby. Vanessa playing close here to to deal with perhaps Heaven. And some taps go back and forth. But not another kill just yet.
Good retake, though. There you go. Perfectly executed there. They give over a little bit of space. They allow that bomb to get planted. They come back in. They overrun. And Bocks, well, they struggle to maintain control of the site. But they do get the bomb down, right? So that at least gives them a little bit of extra cash. They will be able to force up here and somewhat match what Echo have. So that puts them at quite a bit of an advantage if they do so.
Well, yes.
Okay, they're baiting us. All right, fair enough. We'll give them a minute.
Just give them some time to think. No, but yeah, it will be some upgraded pistols, but for the majority, still AKs on the board. 4 please send Bocks here. And we have seen them steal away a couple of rounds, even when they had the lesser buy. So I'm curious to see what they can actually pull out when, you know, you have players like Bouchard and Vanessa who have been doing a pretty good job, at least getting some control back on CT side, grabbing information for the team. But then you have someone like Senna who went absolutely nuts. Now, she doesn't have an AWP in her hand at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that her aim is on point.
I love that HE. It went to Narnia and it still got value. Love it. We love lineups. We love lineups. So Bocks are just like moving in for free through Secret, and hopefully this is being clocked by Cyrus. Hopefully she's able to hear something, give that information across. Nope, she's gone. Okay, well. All right, Echo, what the plan is now? You're down a player. How do you respond?
Yeah, at the moment, they're just holding tight on the positions that they were already having. Now, Fuldigak has a little bit of contact, and Gami certainly has a feeling, is looking towards the B side. And this is great, because Smiley might come in through ramp, might come in for a flank. It's not even necessary. Senna already grabs the initial opening right here, but there is another player. Senna even wins that duel. And that certainly just widens the gap, all in favor for Please Send Bok. The bomb can go down, and, well, I almost want to say easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Quick update for any of you who are interested. The CLG Valkyries game is 9-6 at the half in favor of CLG. So that's also a relatively tight game. Be interested to see who comes out on top of that one, because, of course, CLG is fighting for their 3-0. Maybe we'll see if they can make that happen for themselves.
Just, you know, I have a Molotov in my hand. Let's just make sure they don't ninja, please. We all know what happens on the B side on Nuke. But
it reminds me of that scene in Avengers, you know? Like, I have an army. I have a Molotov.
Yes. But yeah, again, Please Send Bok, they respond really well. And they're just pretty much gonna go ahead and continue where they left off in the first half. That also means Echo has pretty much little to no money left. That's gonna cause a force buy here for them to work with. So yeah, minimal weaponry and utility. But perhaps with the close range angles, they could make it work.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try and emulate what Police and Bocks have been doing, holding these closer angles, trying to stop them from pushing in. But it looks like Police and Bocks are possibly gonna show them what they should have done when they were on that T side against the same setup. As for now, they're just playing patient, gaining a lot of space towards that outside as well, a lot of information. I mean, at this point, they can realistically pivot anywhere.
Very similar to how Echo played when they knew they were up against a lesser buy. Who knows that, you know, they might be rushing into things or trying something cheeky, but at the moment, patience not really resulting in anything, and soon they would need to make a move. Slowly, of course, are still here in lobby, and they're looking to shift into ramp.
Oh, and Ramp is guarded by a Deagle. Does get the information though. It's gonna force her off of her position, but at least that gives over some of the information. Cycling through the molly. This could be big though, because this is gonna give her a lot of this map control. But that B side is so free and clear.
Oh,
Hang on a second. Echo getting themselves into a 3 versus 2 here. Gammy able to upgrade into the M4. They haven't been able to stop the plant, but this retake is definitely doable.
Perhaps the main problem here is that they will all be coming from the same choke point. You need to deal with it wisely, and there is a little bit of utility left for Senna. She could throw that Molotov onto site to at least deny the defuse, because there's only one kid, and if it falls, and it now does, that, well, it is all gonna fall and crumble for Echo. It was a nice effort, but of course that was a force buy, so that would mean that again, Echo would need to run the next round with absolutely nothing in their banks.
I think running through and not spotting that player on that close angle, very possibly one of the deciding factors in that one, losing 2 of their players. But they did keep it relatively expensive. Unfortunately, at this point, Police and Bocks are not terribly concerned. They've still got a little bit of cash in the bank. They, you know, Senna's been able to buy into that AWP. Echo are back down onto a full pistol, so they know realistically they have every advantage in the bank. Staring down the barrel of 14 rounds here, as that pistol rush does come through. At last, we've been waiting for a pistol rush. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, no,
surely not.
Oh, they dropped the bomb outside, and they still needed to get it and pick it up. That almost cost them. Cyrus also has an M4 in her hands, so who knows what Echo can do. Well, I think they will just be saving those 2 weapons, but Folligate can still go and try and deal a little bit of damage. Or are they going for it?
Do you know what, at this point, if you can get some exits by holding an angle, sure. I don't think you hunt it. If you're Echo, I think that would be a little bit silly. But if you can hold some angles and catch someone trying to hunt you, like Sai here with this AWP, if she can hit a clean shot, there we go. Keep it expensive. Keep those guns out of Bocks' hands. And no, they don't win this round, but they do some damage. They yoink 2 guns. Can they get another one? No. Unlucky, Folly. You tried.
Yeah,
all in all, I think that was a good eco.
For sure. I mean, the result is that they have an extra rifle to work with and a free AWP on CT side. That is a big win. And now Echo, of course, the gap is still very, very big. So we need a huge leap of faith here in order to pull something amazing out of the bag. Because the pressure is on. If they want to prevent it from going into OT, or like, you know, if they still want to get the win at all, they would need to get the rounds now.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are staring down the barrel of match point for Police Send Bocks. Bearing in mind, this is Echo's map pick. So if things don't go their way here, I shudder to think what will happen on Overpass. I know that Overpass is Echo's usual pick. So hopefully we'll see a relatively strong performance there. But as it stands now, yeah, they're in a pretty tight spot. At least they've been able to buy in, but obviously if they lose this round, map's probably over. Unless we see like a phenomenal eco come out in the next, or force, or whatever you want to call it, half buy, whatever.
Yeah.
Unless we see some magic, right? So realistically, they have to win this round if they want any chance of maintaining a position in this map.
And all the momentum is on the side of Police and Bocks. You know, they've been acing this second half as well, even on T side. They're very, I mean, they're very comfortable with their money. Even though some players are a little bit lower, you do have a player like Vanessa who has 9k in the bank. so easily they could drop some over. So the pressure is just onto Echo here. They need to deliver well, and it's their epic, as you were saying. It's gonna get real dicey here.
Alright, a little bit of util here. Clear those close. Oh, it missed. Oh no. Trying to clear those close angles, and that first one misses out, but they have managed to gain themselves a little bit of space here. First kill goes their way side. Does she get spotted?
Oh, that is lucky. Oh, well, eventually she will.
Lucky.
Yeah, and actually with that, they had still a 3-on-3 going their way. But, oh, hello. There's 2 kills actually going through for Echo. Suddenly, we've landed ourselves in a 1 versus 1, and Cammy is creeping around the corner and actually snatches it away for Echo. A round that was so crucial to be winning, and they do it.
I think that maybe I'm putting a little bit too much importance on this, but that first Molotov comes through, it misses, and so it doesn't do any damage to any of the players. It doesn't force anybody out of their position. It does nothing, but it gives information to Echo that, like, all right, there's a good chance that there's going to be a push coming through lobby again. And as you say, you know, Bocks don't realize that the molly has missed. They think they've got the lineup. And something so small hands over around to Echo, snowball effect, and that puts them in a much better position here in terms of what weaponry they have available now. They actually have a chance to get themselves back in.
Now again, pistols for Bocks, and already it has been dealt with nicely. Cammy can easily work around the box. Ooh. Oh, hello, Kimmy with a nice one tap there on the Deagle. Actually managed to find 2 kills, and perhaps can snatch a rifle away at this moment, which has been nice to make it very costly for Echo, but just 2 players that will have to be it. Nonetheless, Police and Bocks are still on double the scoreline of Echo. And, well, we were talking about it. They need a big run in order to still get close and tie things up.
I think the problem here is that Bocks still had a bit of cash in their bank. They were like, you know, there was at least 1 player on over 7k. So there's quite a bit, and you can see it here with their buy. Whereas Echo, after losing a few of their players, are still unable to buy in very well. Look, they're all right. They're still okay, but it's going to be tough knowing that you even have a slight disadvantage when you're already at a massive points differential. Well, this close angle could be everything.
Good, and there is a bit of backup to work with, but a great flashbang to at least counter the initial push. But it does go 2 for 1. And the CT's now back off a little bit. Don't want to overextend, but they're leaving it onto the shoulders of Sai. A bit of contact made, and nade will now be thrown, and that will deal a nice chunk of damage. And at the same time, volley grabs 1, and suddenly the advantages seem to be getting bigger. But Bocks definitely do want to hang on. Oh my goodness. It might just all slip away. Or perhaps, but the positioning of Gammy is so crucial here. But she misses the last kill. And with that, it is Bocks getting themselves to map point.
Again, there's so much individual brilliance from these Bocks players. I mean, when they find themselves down and out in a rough situation, they do so well to come out on top. I think that, you know, crosshair placement was a bit weird there. I don't know why you're not watching the edge of the smoke. But unfortunately, you cannot be 100% sure where she's going to push out, if she's going to push out. And, yeah, loses that last 1v1. Echo back down onto what is effectively a force at this point, because they had, like, no cash left. Police and Bocks, not perfect, but definitely better, although they've lost Smiley. Shotgun working out, paying off dividends, and they pivot from that. This round is so important because, of course, it is map point for Police and Bocks.
Yeah, the pressure is on again. They have this outside position, but nicely done. It goes checked, and as they should, of course. Police and Bocks are really nicely adapting here, instantly setting the pace after getting that initial kill. And they're out on B. Senna is set perfectly for a lurk as well. Oh.
Oh, how does she win
Well.
that?
I'm not too sure. Because
U-
all of
USP
this
just better.
sudden, yeah, well, we have landed ourselves in a 2 versus 1 at the moment. Sai has an AK in her hands, but it's all gonna come down to this. Will Echo hang on? That's a nice initial kill onto Bouchard, and now the timing needs to come through. She's right behind the silo, but it is eventually here. Please